Let's go right into our next comic. We're going to bring up Sam Mauldin.
Hey, thanks. Woo. How's everybody doing? David, huh? Not too bad. Before I get started, I'd just like to encourage everybody to think, because we are in a college town, and let's face it, a lot of people just don't think that much. Smart people think, because you're probably going to come with someone that I'm going to be able to use. Stupid people, I got to be honest with you, I just like watching you. It's like going to the zoo for me. Speaking of monkeys, who has redneck friends? I can't be the only one.
Yep.
Man, I'm not from Mississippi. I was born here, and then I moved away, and now I'm back. And I've got a cousin that is awesome. I didn't realize that rednecks had their own language. I've got a cousin, sometimes it's simple things like just saying the L in salmon, which is cool, but, sometimes it's stuff like, I'll be carrying a glass of beer, something. I would think, hey, be careful, that glass might shatter. And my cousin's like, hey man, I think that dang groundhog seen his shatter. What's up with that? Or I'll be like, hey man, we need to be, he's a loud dude. Stereotypical loud dude. Like, hey man, we need to be discreet. But for him, he's more like, man, my mama never let none of her children play in discreet. And he does some funny stuff too, man, just dumb stuff, Like, I'll be like, hey man, he's a country boy. I'll be like, how was your walk in the woods, man? He's like, good man, I found me a bird hair. What? Like, this is real bird hair. I said, man, I thought they were called feathers, but whatever, dude. Bird hair. That actually happened. Or he'll be doing other stuff and be like, he came up to me one day and he's really proud, He's like, look Sam, I got me a wet belt. I'm like, dude, you're the last person in the world that needs a wet belt. Your freaking buckles are all the size of license plates. Why do you need that? He says, man, I can go up in Walmart and I go up to the girls and I'm like, look, honey, how about checking out my new website? I'm like, dude, it is horrible, horrible lines like that why you never get dates. But, I thought he was never going to get a date because of stuff like that, but he actually did get to go out with a girl one time. And so I called him up and I was like, hey man, how did your day go? He's like, oh man, it was horrible. I'm pissed. I bought her dinner. I thought I was getting laid. Nothing happened. And I was like, dude, you don't just get laid all the time just because you buy a chick dinner. That's not exactly how it works, And he's like, I know, but I bought her one of them horny-fied meals. It was good. I was like, a horny-fied? You got her like an aphrodisiac? No, she has short hair. She ain't got no afro. Like, what'd you get her, man? Or you got her something special? Did you get her like oysters or something? No, I didn't get her no oysters, man. I got her some rice pilaf. She didn't peel nothing off. Hey, it was some bullshit. It was horrible, man. But he's cool, and anybody that can play the harmonica just by exhaling, that's cool with me. So, he can come to any of my parties. I need a musical guest. But, and he's good for the economy. Instead of murdering a pumpkin this year, I think I'm just going to set him out on my porch with a bug zapper. Ready-made jack-o'-lantern, But, we all have flaws. We all have flaws. Look at me, I'm a bigger guy. I have friends that walk around all the time, my body is a temple. My body is a temple. Like, dude, my body is a shrine to Buddha. But, being a fat kid has its privileges, And speaking about Buddhists, let's face it, I'm down with everybody. I like all religions. I like all people. Don't care who you are, what you care about. It doesn't bother me. Let's face it, Muslims have gotten a bad rap for last 15 years. I mean, a really bad rap. But as a fat guy, you gotta love your Muslim friends. You go to the IHOP with your Muslim friends, you're getting extra bacon. That's happening. Being, a bacon lover, though, I do have to make some changes. So I started working out, That was like a year and a half ago. I couldn't do that shit. But for those of you guys that work out, anybody been to an organized, like a aerobics class or anything like that? Oh yeah. These ladies will, oh yeah. These bitches are evil. Let me just tell you. Not you girls. The people that run these things, they lure you in because they're like, hey look fat guy, I'm a hot chick that's teaching this class. It's the only time you're going to see me in spandex. Come on. So you get in there, and like, alright, this is going to be cool. You're going for 1 minute. and you go for 2 minutes. You go for 3 minutes, and you start trying to take your mind off. You're like, every day I'm shuffling. And then about the 5 minute mark, that's when she starts fucking with you, right? She's like, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, last time, 8 more. Bitch, you said last time. I don't know where you're from, but last time for these chins means last fucking time. But I had to go after that, that was all the workout I could do. Then so I couldn't do the gym, so I tried home workout. Anybody done P90X? Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, you guys know. I had a buddy who recommended I do P90X because he's an asshole. And he tried to tell me that P90X, the 90 is for 90 days, right? That is not true. Because I did P90X for 2 fucking days. And I will tell you right now that the 90 is because after 2 days on P90X, your ass is sore than a 90-pound dude in the federal pen. That is it is retarded. But, exercise is good and all that. And P90X, that'll put you in the hospital. Just be careful.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Speaking about the hospital, man, anybody ever had their appendix out? No?
Twice.
Twice? I got 7 stomachs, you had 2 appendix, it's alright. But anybody ever go to the hospital to get their appendix out, and then when they get there, the doctor just tells them they should have laid off that 3rd burrito? Just me? Well, okay, fine. Leave me hanging, fellow fat people. I got you, that's fine. Okay. Leave me hanging on that one, that's cool. Well, I'm not the slimmest dude, but smart chicks love fat guys because they know we like to eat. I mean, let's face it, I can't stop these chins from bouncing off the mattress even if I want to, man. I had a girlfriend who used to call me Tyrannosaurus neck. That was like a hand grenade joke. Give it a couple seconds. So, but us fat guys, if I go to a club, I might not be the first dude that somebody looks at, but I can run my mouth just a little bit. That's why I think, if there still was a dating game, I might do alright, Because they always have 3 dudes, they always have your workout, body is a temple type of dude. And they got a relaxed guy, which I like to think of myself. And they got, a guy like Corbin, a little bit geeky here, It's alright though. And so the first guy comes in there like, Bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 1's body is a temple. He likes to spend all of his time in a room sweating with other men and then showering with them. Bachelor number 2, Bachelor number Sam. Bachelor number 2 likes cracking a beer and cracking a joke and wrecking chicks. Alright. That never happens. Bachelor number 3. Bachelor number 3 is Corbin McDavid. Corbin McDavid has been a member of the Hattiesburg Dungeon Master Society for the last 13 years and has almost perfected the Vulcan death grip on his own cock after countless hours of masturbatory practice. Hey, let's face it, everybody's got to do it, Not everybody is addicted like Corbin. Not everybody's addicted, but everybody's got to do it, Like this guy, right? Yeah. You remember me, don't you? I'm Lisa from that sex chat line. How you doing? Don't worry, I'll be gentle. I won't make that brown eye blue. But dating is hard. Dating's hard. Dating's really hard. And sometimes you see couples that just hook up and it looks right. And sometimes you just see couples and you just say, what the hell? Sometimes you just say, what's going on here? Like you have like a ridiculously old dude and then you got some like super hot chick, like all you ladies in the back and these ladies here, And my friends start hating on that. My friends just start hating. They're like, oh, that dude must be loaded, or that dude's just got stock in Viagra. But I'm not a hater. I don't think that way. True love can happen, and I just think, man, he must have fallen in love with her as soon as he saw that face on a milk carton. Somebody better check his laptop. But speaking of kids, you ever notice how kids shows, even the old ones, especially the older ones, had sexual overtones? Like The Wizard of Oz. All Dorothy had to do to get away from the freaks was put her freaking legs together. I mean, come on. There's a message there, ladies. There's a message there. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Basically the start of midget porn. Yeah, that's right. And then expand on that, you got the Smurfs. 99 dudes, 1 chick, and they all live in cock-shaped mushroom houses. I'm still waiting for the gangbang re-edition of that one to come out. It's gonna happen. Oh yeah, they're gonna paint some chick blue and it's gonna be ridiculous. But you know, some chicks don't want to settle down and that's cool. But you know, some people, they want to get married. And I was married, and let me just tell you, if you're thinking about it, do not do it. But you know, sometimes, not all the time. Not all the time. If once you're married, you know, you first get married, you're all over each other all the time. After a while, it can slow down. After a while, it just slows down. It doesn't have to, but it can. And turns out to be like special occasion sex, you know. It's like birthdays, Christmas. So basically, it's like you get her jewelry, you get a blowjob. And that's why, from the bottom of my heart, I firmly believe is just another way to say I love you. Yeah. And you know, hey, you know, sex isn't bad. You know, I wasn't a good kid. My brother definitely wasn't a good kid. I know these delinquents in the back weren't good kids. But I really don't think that you can say you're a failure as a child until your mother starts referring to you as the load she should have swallowed. Yeah. By golly. But okay, you know, since we've been talking about blowjobs, let me just say, if you want somebody to do that for you, ladies, don't walk around with one of those Old Testament bushes I'm talking about. Looks like Moses' beard, but leaves you burning when you're done. You know? Yeah. Don't do that. I mean, because let's face it, nobody wants to see an old person's bush anyway. Although I do think, between you and me, you know, we might be able to make some money with a magazine called either Prune Juice or Geriatrics. Possibly. I don't know. It could happen. It could happen. You know? I know. I'm like puppy breath. I'm cute and disgusting at the same time. So. But, yeah, man. But since I'm talking about old people, I'm going to finish up with a really loud pouring of some ice. No, I'm going to finish up with some true stories about my granddaddy. The first one, we were on a family vacation, little beach holiday. And it was awesome. We went to the coast with another family that we always like to hang out with. And it was everybody from 2 to 92. It was kind of a windy day. My granddad is out talking to my friend's grandmother. And he's got his bathing suit on and his little hat, you know, and she's got on her bathing suit with her, like, sarong, as the ladies like to do, you know. The wind kicked up and blew her sarong up ever so slightly, not too much. And he looks at her and he goes, "Bit airy, isn't it?" She looks him right in the eye and said, "What'd you expect, feathers?" It's like, oh, that's a true story, actually. You should have seen the jaws drop. Like, her daughter was especially embarrassed. But the last granddaddy story, he's a supportive dude, you know. He's a supportive dude. And so when he found out I was going to do comedy, he wanted to help me. And so I'm just going to let you know right now that this joke is horrible, but this is exactly the way that he told it to me. He said, "Sam, the boy down the street got 2 dogs." And I could hear the setup already, so I said, "Okay, Granddaddy, let's hear about the 2 dogs." He goes, "Yeah, he named them Timex and Rolex." I said, "Okay, why did he name the dogs Timex and Rolex?" "Because he heard they gonna be good watchdogs." I was like, But the best part was right at the end. After he finishes, he goes, "And you can add that to your repertoire." I said, "All right, thanks, Granddaddy. I appreciate that." All right, that's all I got for you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right. Got a couple announcements here.